What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. It's your boy Trey Sense, and you know what it is. You know what it is. It's that time of the week again, man, where we have a little bit of a review, a little bit of a discussion. This is where we talk about the fragrances that I had an opportunity to wear over the last week, the compliments that they may have gotten, compliments I may have received, the conversations that they may have started. Before we get into this, do me a quick little favor. Got some business to take care of. Like, share, and sub. We have a goal to get all the videos to at least 50 to 75 likes. Do that for your boy. All right, let's get into it. No further ado. Hope everybody's having a good week. I'm excited. This is Super Bowl week. All right, going back. Oh, I wanted to wear something different, something that I enjoy, and just something different from the house of Paco Rabanne. You're never going to guess what this one is. And this is Paco Rabanne's Black XS. Black X's. And levels on this one right here, man. I looked up and found this one a long time ago at Burlington for $15. And to find any Paco Rabanne fragrance that cheap anywhere is pretty good. So this one, it's a strawberry bomb. I don't understand why this fragrance wasn't marketed as at least a unisex fragrance, possibly marketed towards women. I could definitely see a woman wearing this. Does it smell good? Yes. Do I like it? Yes. Is it something that I want to wear every day, all the time? Is it a signature scent? No. It's more of, I hate to use the word novelty scent. I don't even know if that's ever been used in FragCom or in fragrance reviewing, but maybe that is a good term for this one. Does it smell good? Yes. Do I like it? Yes. Is it a compliment getter? Possibly in the right situation, being worn around the right people. Have I ever received a compliment while wearing this? No. Nonetheless, I wear it anyway. Normally around the springtime. What does it smell like? Strawberries. Strawberry dry sheets are clean strawberry fragrance. From the house of Paco Rabanne, it is Black X's. I'm shooting this video at a totally different time of the day. I didn't feel like shooting it last night. So I'm shooting it during the day, Monday, and I'm probably gonna load it up later today. So you'll get it later today. That was Sunday. I must have been in a warm weather mood because of all the snow and ice that we had, because I went with, for Monday, that was Sunday. For Monday, I went with Hugo Boss Reversed. And this one is a nice, pleasant citrus type of scent. To me, this is grown man citrus and dressed up citrus. And I like it. I picked this up at Marshall's probably about 2 years ago, around $30 for 75 mil, I think. $29 for 75 mil. I like it. I do. I like it. To me, it's a dressed up type of citrus. It kind of reminds me of YSL's Tuxedo. Not as refined, of course, by any stretch of the imagination. Nowhere near as refined, but still a really, really, really good fragrance. Especially if you can get it at the rack store and you can get it at discounters. The thing that people don't realize about shopping at places like Marshall's and places like that, just like with the clothing, if you find a polo style polo in Marshall's, you may pay $49 for it. Okay, you go to Dillard's or somewhere and get that same shirt, it's $110. You know, if you find a hoodie, it's $50, $39, $49, $50, it's $110 and higher. Same thing with the fragrances. These fragrances that you pick up at Marshall's, in some cases, are still very expensive fragrances. If you had bought this for retail, I would imagine it would be $70, $80, $90, just like every other designer fragrance. But if you pick it up at places like Marshall's at the discounters, you're going to get it at a discounted price. And you can't hardly go wrong with that. Nice fragrance for $29, $30. I happen to think so anyway. And it's my channel, so yeah. All right, and that brings us to Tuesday. All right, let me find my Tuesday fragrance. I see it on my paper, but I don't see it. Here it is. From the house of sensual obsessions. It is funny, Kevin was just picking with me on Facebook earlier. From the house of sensual obsessions, it is Enchanting Kings. That's hard to say. Enchanting is a difficult word to say, especially when you have a thick southern drawl like I do. And this one, man, I must have got back in cooler weather mode, because this is definitely a cool weather monster, a cool weather beast. Look at I want to show you that juice though. Look at the darkness on that juice, man. That looks like honey. That looks like you could pour that off in your box Chevy, and your box Chevy gonna run off that, man. That's that 30 weight. But it smells really, really, really good. A little bit of a gourmand, a little sweet. Oh man, I like that. Maybe a hint of tobacco, a little hint of honey maybe in there. But nonetheless, a really, really good fragrance. So y'all need to roll on over to Sensual Obsessions and tell Kevin you need yourself a bottle of Enchanting King, and it's perfect for this time of the year. Enchanting King by Sensual Obsessions. All right. That was Tuesday, which brings us to Wednesday. And I went with a new one from the house of John Varvatos. It is John Varvatos XX Indigo. And man, let me tell you, it never ceases to amaze me when wearing the most basic of fragrances. How you get compliments. And this, I hate to keep using the word basic when referring to a fragrance, but that's what you get with this. Little citrus, woods, and that's it. I mean, it's not a gourmand. It doesn't have coffee, or it doesn't have oud or tobacco, or it's not complex. It's not, none of that. It is the complete opposite of that. I promise you, this is a basic fragrance. But when I tell you that I received compliments galore from this fragrance, I did. Compliments galore, man. Compliments galore, like just standing in line, just from people just standing in line, or I walked in and within 5 minutes there were 3 or 4 different women. Oh, somebody smells good. And again, it could be where I live. It could be my body chemistry. It could be that's my signature scent, or at least my style of signature scent is that just basic, easy, fresh scent. Like today, it's beautiful here, and I'm looking at my collection thinking, what am I going to wear today? And the two that have popped into my mind, Mont Blanc Legend Red and Masani Wave. Those are the 2 fragrances that keep hitting me in the top of my head, like, this is what you're going to wear. This is what you're going to wear. But I'm thinking, no, I want to wear something deep and complex. Yeah, well, that's, whatever. But again, if you're looking for a fragrance that is inexpensive, that will garner you some compliments from people of all ages, women of all ages, as amazing as it may seem, John Varvatos XX Indigo will do the trick. And that's what I wore Wednesday. Thursday, again, I must have been in a spring and summer mood, or just, I don't care. I want to wear it because it smells good. So I went back to the house of Sensual Obsessions and pulled out one that he sent me. And it is, get it around to the label, right? Ocean Breeze. And it is just what you think it is. This right here is the best way to describe this fragrance to me, to my nose, is, yes, it is a blast of ocean type air, but it is a scent that can be worn year round. Most of the time when you think ocean breeze, you think summer and frolicking on the beach. Well, the ocean is there in the winter too. a lot of places where they have a lot of ocean don't really get harsh winters unless you're up on the East Coast, New Jersey somewhere. But what you just get is a nice, fresh, mellow, easy, calming type of scent. For example, let's say you've had a long, stressful day and you've got to go home and take a shower, and then you got to go run some errands. Let's say maybe you got a loved one in the hospital and you got to go home, change clothes, and then head out to the hospital or something. This type of scent right here, with its cleanness and its freshness, I think will go great in that type of situation, because it's not going to be too strong or too overpowering for the people around you. You are going to smell good, but most importantly, the freshness in it is just going to have a nice calming effect. I picked up my sweatshirt that I had wore to work, and I could smell this all over it. In my apron, I was just like, man, that ocean breeze is still all over the place, man. These fragrances, if you can get them and afford to let them sit just a little while, 5 to 6 months, if you let them mature and maturate, you have yourself, man, a doozy of a fragrance. But from the house of Sensual Obsessions, it is Ocean Breeze, and it's just what you would smell, what you would think. I would put this in the air, but well, I don't have it. I'm gonna put it on skin, and it may still be there tomorrow. All right, but it's just good, man. It's not exactly salty. It's just like, it's like fresh ocean air. Is if you been to the beach and you've been to the ocean, you know what I mean. It's like, excuse me. It's like that breeze that you get coming off the Gulf, coming off the ocean. That's what you get. It's a nice, wearable, pleasant, easy scent, and I definitely think this could easily be unisex. I don't think it leans feminine, but I definitely think it could be worn by a woman. Just a nice, fresh scent. That's what I wore Thursday, which brings us to Friday. Friday, I did not do a whole lot. Just ran a few little errands, took care of a little business, and I was by myself all day. But I haven't worn this, and I was just like, I just want to wear it. From the house of Paco Rabanne as well. It is Paco Rabanne's Invictus Platinum. Invictus Platinum. I almost forgot the name of this one, because I don't think it's on the bottle anywhere. Myself a spray of this one, and I like this one too. I think it's the lighter version of the Invictuses, but I like it. It's really, really good. It's nice. It's fruity. It's playful. To me, it's more playful than the rest of the Invictuses. I know the original Invictus had that bubblegum note in there, but this one has a note in it, to me, that's a little bit more fruity and just a little bit more playful. I like it. I like it a lot. To me, this kind of would draw a line between Invictus and Phantom, which is one that I want to add to my collection too. Both the Phantom and the Phantom Parfum, or EDP, whichever one it is. I haven't looked at the bottle close enough. I just know it's either Parfum or EDP. People get sensitive about that. But the black one, the silver robot and the black robot, I definitely look to add both of those to my collection. But nonetheless, this one kind of draws a parallel to that. That's why you have to be careful sometimes when you're buying in-house. Sometimes you buy the same dadgum fragrance, just in a different bottle and different packaging. Just saying. But this one, when you first spray it, you get a more fresh version of Invictus, and then as it dries down, it comes back to that Invictus DNA, and you already know what it is. But I do think this one is a little bit more playful, and in my opinion, it's a little bit lighter than the other ones. But nonetheless, I was by myself. I did like it, so I didn't receive any compliments. I only ran in one store for just a brief minute, and it was back to the crib. So didn't get any compliments or anything like that, but I wasn't really around anybody to get any compliments. So from the house of Paco Rabanne, it is Invictus Platinum. That was Friday, which brings us to Saturday. Saturday, I did get out, go have some dinner with a friend, enjoyed my evening, and I got a chance to wear this beautiful scent from the house of Giorgio Armani. It is Acqua di Gio Parfum, not to be confused with the EDP, which I do want to add. This is the Parfum, and I think this is the best looking bottle in the bunch. This fragrance starts out like Profondo, maybe Profondo or Profumo, one of the two, and then it dries down into the dry down of the OG, to my opinion, to the OG Acqua di Gio, but just stronger and more potent. I really enjoyed this fragrance. I was told I smelled nice. I enjoyed this fragrance. There's no other way to put it. You know, when I had it on, I was just like, man. I was like, yeah. And it was a pretty day, and so it was a pretty day, but it was still a little bit cool. It got like it was gonna get really warm. It was up in the 60s, or right at 60. So I thought that is the perfect temperature to wear this, because I still have on a hoodie. So it's still hoodie weather, still hoodie season, but it's pretty out. This fragrance has some darkness and some brightness in it. You know, it has some sex appeal, but at the end of the day, it still has that very mass appealing aquatic nature to it. So I went with it and I enjoyed it. And this is one that, you know, of that $800 purchase that I made, I think the only one that I have yet to wear is the Tom Ford. I haven't worn the Tom Ford yet, and I you know, maybe I'll get around to wearing it this weekend. Just depends. Our Valentine's Day is coming up. That would be a great little date night fragrance. But if you have an opportunity to get yourself a decant of that, and you will have an opportunity to get yourself a decant of that, because you can buy a 5 ml decant for me, and get yourself a decant of it and try it. I definitely think it's worth it. This fragrance will probably be at discounters soon if it isn't already, and I definitely think it's one that you should try. I think it's a Swiss Army knife. If you're the type of guy that only wants a few fragrances in your lineup, I could see this being a daily driver. Late winter, which we're fixing to approach, early spring into the summer, and I think you would be absolutely great with this fragrance in your lineup, in your repertoire. Can't see you going wrong with it. All right, guys, that is it. That is all 7 of them. I went through this video a little bit quicker than normal because I'm not just getting off work. I'm not tired. I'm actually just waking up from a nap, so I'm pretty fresh. So, yeah, with that being said, always remember, I think the only one I would not try to decant would be this one. The rest of them, I should be able to, and this Ocean Breeze, I can't, you know, I just don't have enough of that to decant, but the rest I do. I just can't figure out a way to spray that into a bottle. So out of luck on this one. But the rest of them, if you're interested in a 5 ml decant, I will gladly ship you out one for a small nominal fee. I ship normally, if you pay early enough, I ship normally that day. So that being said, I am going to get off of here, do a little editing, and get this uploaded. Normally I don't upload the same day, but I'm going to today. So listen, I love you all, and thank you all so much for being the best part of this channel. I'm excited. It's Super Bowl week, which is a few days away. So I love you all. May God bless you all. And again, thank you all so much for supporting this channel. That being said, thank you for returning to the scene of the crime. Trey, out.